go home, go hard, go home, go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home, go hard, go home.
Yo, what's good, guys? What's going on? What is happening? Welcome to another episode, another show from the channel that we call Traders Reality, ladies and gentlemen. What a crazy morning it has been, but it's been typical. I told you, man. Steve got on the phone to me this morning and told me that he was updating the algorithm with the market makers, and he was trying to explain to me why Bitcoin was retracing. And, you know, I had an argument with him. I was pretty upset with Steve. You know, he really got to me today. But it looks like the update has happened, ladies and gentlemen. Now, most of you are probably getting thrown off with the idea of who on earth is Steve? What has Steve got to do with Bitcoin? Now, if you've been in the Pattern Watchers community, you'll know who Steve is. I will tell you now. Pancho, what's good, my dollar? Oh, my dollar. What's going on? Trading only dollar yen on October. Happy days, my boy. Everybody knows Steve. Now, Steve is the infamous guy who sells and buys 89 cents worth of Bitcoin. Okay? And it's a bit of an inside joke within the actual Pattern Watchers family. But everybody knows when Bitcoin moves, it's because Steve is buying or selling. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, you are in the midst of what you understand to be Steve accumulating his 89 cents worth of Bitcoin. We need to understand why Steve is buying, okay? Because Steve did say to me that he is actually updating the algorithm with the market makers to be in line with the general overview that Bitcoin's going to hit 60K in October. You know, because Pumptober and all of the hype behind that. But what's really happening is the market maker are preparing lovely shorts at their highest possible zones so they can make a ton of money on the hype. That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Traders Reality Show. My name is Tino. To all the new guys passing through to the channel and to all my pattern watchers, let's have a conversation and bring New York into play. Let's roll with it, guys. So, what's been going on? Good old Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently on its way to Vector City. What is Vector City? Well, we are now in the recovery zone of this big bad boy Vector candle, which was brought on by the great news of El Salvador utilizing Bitcoin as legal tender. That's what happens when the news is great. It's a great time for market makers to dump price and bring it down lower so they can get the best possible fills on their longs to the downside. Right now, Bitcoin has broken the 52,500. Patreons this morning in the masterclass, what were we waiting for? We were waiting for the 51,500 zone to show a vector candle. That is what we were waiting for. Now, if you look at the 51,500 zone right here, ladies and gentlemen, right there, you can see it drop down to the 1 minute time frame. Just for the nature of example, you can see that it came in. There was the vector candle right there. That's what I was waiting for in that masterclass, ladies and gentlemen. That right there. They hit it, red candle, green candle, red candle formation, shift out of the zone. Thank you very much, Bitcoin. What can we expect from New York, ladies and gentlemen? Will we have to proceed with caution? Okay. The last time Bitcoin did this, okay, was earlier right here. They pumped it up. Then they retraced ever so slightly. Now, in line with the Asian session, okay, remember, we always have to look at the Asian session. Firstly, I just need to address people in the room. Forgive me. I'm just going into the flow of things. But what's going on, guys? How are we doing today? Well done. Tired. Look, tired, my friend. Without telling you what to do, I was hoping you were going to do that. You know, I was hoping you were going to do that. All right, because that's what it's about, Tayyip. You know, when you're scalping, it's about testing your ability to understand how much money are you prepared to lose to be right. Okay, how much are you prepared to risk to be right? And the sweet spot is to not risk too much. So well done if you took that, if you held that trade. Well done to you, but you shouldn't be trading in class, bro. That's not what you do. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Who's in the room? Sack Trades is back up at the top, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you're not playing FIFA 22, bro. You're going to need the practice, bro, because I'm going to take a challenge onto you, and we're going to roll it out onto Twitch at some point. Make sure you're practicing, bro. And I ain't going to buy the game either yet. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to buy the game there and then on Twitch, and then play it against you at that point in time. That's how I'm rolling, bro, because my FIFA game is tight. My guy, I hope you're good anyways. All right, then. So, Thank you all for passing through to the channel. If you are new, be sure to like and subscribe. But we've got a conversation to have, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's roll with the flavor. Let's go. So, Bitcoin earlier on in the Asian session. Now, in order for you to understand the Asian session, I need to bring to you the idea of what has happened in the Asian session. Okay, so let's look at this. In Asia last night, Bitcoin decides to do a couple of things that are of interest. All right, drop onto the 15-minute time frame. These are the notes from the actual masterclass session itself. So I need to get rid of that. Okay, then. So look at this. Now, Asia last night, they marked price down lower. They favored higher prices in the end, but they were marking price down lower, building the longs at lower prices, thus making a return on the previous shorts built in the New York session. Okay, the UK decide to follow suit. Watch yesterday's stream, ladies and gentlemen, because the same things happened here. Yesterday, Asia initiated higher prices, okay? They wanted to move price higher at a later point, okay? So, Asia build up the shorts. They move price higher. The UK step in and do exactly the same thing. Then the US session marks price down lower so they can get their longs filled at lower prices. At the same time, they can release the liquidity and move price higher to get the shorts built at the highest possible point. Then in the Asian session, Asia decides to realize a bit of a return, building longs at lower prices. The UK steps in, marks everything down, hits the zones, and then follows through with the intention of Asia. Look at the behavior of Asia, look at the behavior of the UK session, and then look at the result of that behavior. Moving price, building longs, building longs again, and moving away from the zone. Okay, so what are we expecting? Well, it's the classic rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. That's what we're anticipating. All right, that is the zone that we are expecting Bitcoin to get to. All right, we anticipate Bitcoin may come towards the 54 zone, 54,400, 54,500 maybe, but we need to see the continuation up. All right, New York is about to roll out in 10 minutes time. All right, because if you look on the chart up here, you can see New York, 10 a.m. Sorry, it's 10 to 8, 10 to, geez, man, 10 to 9 in the morning, and given daylight saving, what have you. All right, so at 9 a.m., that's when they will start rolling out the flavor. Okay, this nice little pump was induced by this red candle, blue candle formation, but one of the members in the Patreon itself said about the blue vector candle, and it's a stopping volume candle. I believe that was you, Sophia, so well done on that call right there. Okay, blue vector candle right here, stopping volume, preventing price from going lower, building the longs at the lowest possible point, taking back the previous shorts that they built in the last session, and then they move away. Look at the behavior. For every green vector candle on its way up, ladies and gentlemen, they keep recovering them, except this zone right here, okay? Because it was this zone right here that they were following a continuation up, okay? This was the candlestick formation here, which was pushing price out of the zone because they were accumulating in this area, all right? Because at this area right here, the market maker was making the retail trader believe that the shorts were getting ready to be dumped. Okay, so everyone was going short at this point in Bitcoin. All right, look at the wick right here. They spiked lower. They trapped the shorts. They tapped the previous pool of liquidity over here. Then they reversed price. They came out of the zone. Then for every vector candle you see, they recover it. Look at this. Green vector candle, recovered. Okay. Blue vector candle, green vector, recovered. Okay. Green vector candle, blue vector candle, recovered. Now they're shifting out of the zone. Okay. We projected earlier on today that the M4 pivot point may be taken. So Bitcoin is on its way to working that zone, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So we need to wait and see what happens later on in New York. As always, I've come on early so I can go and get my daughter sooner. So I will need you guys to remind me of the update to go and get my daughter. Flipping hell, that's so bad. That is so bad. All right, then. So looking at this, I'm just looking at your comments. Agents kept him ready before the stop hunt low. Breakout, yep. To short 53k or not to short? That is the question. Why would you consider looking to short? We go into the momentum. Look at that. We are all about momentum, stepping into the momentum game. Looking on MT4 right now. Where's the range daily high in sight, ladies and gentlemen? Patrons, you knew about this last night. Range daily high is in sight for Bitcoin. All right. They are naturally their price magnetizes towards the range daily high. It's like a magnet. All right. Can't get my words out, man. They gravitate to that point because it's the highest point that they could get priced to. It's the highest point that they could actually get shorts filled at. But the thing is this, guys, look, the retrace, okay, for every time it makes a move higher and the retrace that comes back down, they show the notable candlesticks, but then they come straight back up. That is consistent with them moving higher. Now, they may not be ready to actually dump Bitcoin just yet, but look at the 4-hour confirming the 5 and the 13 EMA. Range daily high in sight, range weekly high in sight, M4 projection zone confirmed, M2 pivot base confirmed, M4 projection in sight. That's what we are waiting for, okay? No worries, Guts, man. Thank you very much. Could you throw some intel on Cardano? I'm having trouble reading the vector candles properly to anticipate the next steps. No problem. Let's have a look at Cardano. Bitcoin ready to take the first target. Patrons, you received that this afternoon. Well, just before the live earlier on today. So that one is for you. Hopefully you managed to take advantage of that. Let's look at Cardano for my guy. What am I doing? There we go. You're having trouble reading the vector candles. All right, then. It's Bitcoin world, guys. That's what's happening, okay? They're moving Bitcoin to the zones. So once they move Bitcoin to a high enough point so they can start to consolidate and accumulate again, the rest of the coins will follow suit. They have just had their setup, okay? Naturally, we should see Cardano coming up towards... where are we? So here is the big pool of liquidity right here with Cardano, okay? Depending on how they base in this zone right here, because Cardano is in an accumulation phase. Just look. There's a massive W formation forming in this zone right here. We are waiting for Cardano to make that base break. So we're expecting notable volume to coming to Cardano. So sit tight. You've got to have the patience to let them come away from the zone because it is below the 5, the 15, the 13, the 800. It's all below that on the 1 hour time frame. So you've got to be patient and wait for it. If you're not getting the moves from Cardano, roll over to other coins like monsters such as Sheepcoin. Yeah, look at this mad coin, crazy. Look at it. Unbelievable. A lot of people are getting gains on Sheep, man. Unbelievable. Look at that. I can't even see the price action from it, man. What's going on there with Sheep, man? Unbelievable coin. All we can do right now, guys, when coins like this behave like this, all you need to pay attention to is the vector candles that happened beforehand. So, look, vector candles, recovery of the vectors, bounce away from the zone. Vector candle, recovery, bouncing away from the zone. Okay? Now, every pullback we see with Sheep is likely to bounce off the 5, the 13 EMA because the 50 EMA is just so far away from price. They may need to bring it down to regulate the price action. But it looks like Sheep ain't going to stop, and it wouldn't be abnormal for Sheep to just continue higher. Okay, we can expect that sort of behavior from cryptocurrency as well. All right. Ethereum, very strong behavior. The problem that I've got is at the start of a New York session, is the next candle going to reverse price? That's what I'm expecting. I'm hoping that they don't do that, but is this just a little fake move to the upside? Because ideally I want to see Ethereum break further up and try and come back towards the daily open in the chart. But it looks like Bitcoin is the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Bitcoin, so close to the M4 projection zone. New York session in 5 minutes time will realize whether or not if we are going to see more ground in today's session. Okay. Yo, Tino, do you think Dogecoin going up to all-time highs? They just got accepted for AMC payments, and that Mark Cuban guy talking about it too. I mean, look, man. Anyone talking about cryptocurrency, we've seen from experience what it's like when people talk about cryptocurrency. Just look at Elon. Okay, I think people are going to get a bit more savvy in relation to that. All right, because by simply saying, look, Mark Cuban talking about Dogecoin, okay, cool, let's all go get involved with Dogecoin. Fine, that's all you can do. because you're putting preference to Mark Cuban. You know, he's a successful guy. He's talking about cryptocurrency. Guy's been burnt in the past, and he's going to now try and get involved with Dogecoin. You know, like, how do you categorize justification to buying it? You'll get involved in a little pump and then it will come straight back down again. The true people that are winning are the guys that are holding Dogecoin and take advantage of selling it when it does make that big pump. Okay? You want to stick with coins that are actually, that have the support, but also they are responsive to news. You know, you can't get around the idea of news. You know, you can't avoid it in cryptocurrency. All right? Because it's such a taboo topic. We are in the adoptive stages, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we are in the adoptive stages in cryptocurrency. All right, prices like 51,000, 52,000 in Bitcoin, you know, are going to be laughable when Bitcoin is trading in certain zones that, you know, people would never think it could trade at. Okay, same with Ethereum. All right, coins that like Sheepcoin that are now what 0.0002. What if Sheep were to ever become 1 cent or even 10 cents? Like, what on earth is that? We're in the adoptive stages, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Bitcoin, make that move, man, to the range daily high. Bitcoin, come on. I'm waiting for the range daily high. Steve, you've updated the algorithm. You need to start making things happen, my friend. 1 more minute until the start of a New York session. Here we go. Bitcoin, are you going to make that move? 51 seconds until the start of a new hour candle. We should see a little bit of a retrace, but if New York are stepping into play and following through with movement to the upside, we will see price explode from this point. But we need to wait for the start of a new 1 hour candle, and we have the futures market at 2:30. So there was an article released not so long ago talking about investors are now coming to Bitcoin to hedge exposure on their portfolio given the situation within the US economy. All right? Well, at last, Bitcoin now is going to be utilized correctly. That was the purpose of it being listed on the CME. It got listed on there so that people could hedge their portfolios to exposure to risk. Okay? Now they're going to start using it? Oh, okay. The proof is in the pudding, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. New York, 2 p.m. New 1 hour candle. Let's see what they've got in store for us, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, New York opens in 30 minutes, Lewis. I know, but you got pre-markets. 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 The futures market opens at 9:30. Different time zones, man. I might be on the different time zones, man. 2 p.m. is the sweet spot. That's what it is. That's weird. That's so weird how he's saying it's opening in an hour. It depends on where you are in the world. Let's have a look at Solana. Solana. Don't even get it right most of the time. Here we go. Let's actually have a look at who's winning today. Sheeb is at the top spot. Very rare to see Sheeb up there. Pond. Bitcoin, BitUse, IOTA. Nothing seems to be doing pretty well across the alts. Of course, Bitcoin dominance is going. Sol, here we go. Sol's taking a battering. It's come away from the 200. It needs to hold this point. But this is what we're looking for, guys. We're waiting to see if Bitcoin they've moved Bitcoin to a zone. Are they now going to move everything else? Okay. See. That is funny. Ronaldo. That's correct. VRA does the VRA. Let's have a look at VRA. Veracity. What is it? Veracity. No, don't want that. That's where I can get it. 0.04. Happy days. Growing nicely. Moving nicely. Green vector candle at the lows right there. Stopping volume candle. Trying to prevent price from going lower. I just need to look at Litecoin. There we go. Look at Litecoin. When Litecoin moves like this, you can guarantee Ethereum's going to do exactly the same. There it is right there. So now all we're waiting for, guys, is we're waiting for price to just follow through because they're just absorbing the liquidity right now. I'm expecting Bitcoin to come up at least towards this zone, the M4 projection, which sits at the range daily high up here. We are now in the US Brinks, ladies and gentlemen. What do we know about the US Brinks session? Look at yesterday's Brinks session. Okay? It's where they do actually set the range for the rest of the session. Building the shorts at the highest point, dropping it lower, then building the longs, and then making a move to the upside. Just look at that behavior right there. Building the shorts at the highest point so that they can get the longs filled at the lowest point. Bang, hit the lows, shift out of the zone. That's what we're waiting for. Tesla hits the vectors so well. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, this could be a stop hunt. What's the difference between ADR and range daily high? Okay, so range daily high, range daily low is taking the range from the previous session, okay, and working out the average where the highest point of price could end up against where the lowest point of price could end up. Okay, the ADR is the average daily range, is the journey that price will trade to in a certain direction before it retraces. Okay, so the average daily, the range daily high by history tells you that every time it hits that absolute highest point in the chart, that's the range, that's the highest range that price can get to for the session. Okay, the average daily range is in line with its average daily movement, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. Okay, so average wise, Bitcoin moves 28,296 pips from the open. So if we look at the open right there, which is that purple line, we can see 28,296, which will take Bitcoin all the way up to, let me just do it for you. Bitcoin's move from the daily open should finish right there, which is 54,267, which is the average daily range. 28,000, wait, a little bit lower, sorry, 28,000 right there, okay? 244, but there or thereabouts, okay? 54,206, all right? So what I'm saying is they could actually have momentum coming into the chart, breaking through the range daily high, hitting the average daily range, and then reversing back down again. That's what we are expecting today. Range daily high. Average true range. Sort of. They've got the same sort of principle behind them. So, you know, how might that be reached before turn back to the downside? Ladies and gentlemen, all you guys need to be aware of is what is it doing now, okay? Forget about it turning to the downside, all right? Right now, price is trading above the 5 and the 13 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. Look at the 15-minute time frame. It is trading above the same thing, okay? You only need to start paying attention to price when it starts to break down between the 5 and the 13 EMA. That's when you start paying attention. Forget about anything else. All you need to care about right now is that Bitcoin is on its way up. So you need to start paying attention. If you're looking at trying to grab any retraces, wait for the breakdown. Okay? Now, if you've got capital that will allow you to start entering shorts in these sort of zones, fine. But you are doing one thing wrong. You are trading into the peak formation. You don't want to do that. You trade away from the peak formation, because the reason why the peak formation is so important, ladies and gentlemen, is because for every time they pull back, they follow in line with the peak formation. Look at the W formation right here. Okay, W rising up here. That's the W formation right there. You trade away from it. So price rises up, it retraces. What does it do? It trades away from it. Price rises up, what does it do? Trades away from it. If you're looking to build shorts right now, you may be getting caught on the wrong side of the trade. Wait for things to break down before they actually do break down. And then you can start building your shorts, because you can guarantee they do one thing. All right? Look at what they do here. They make the high. They retrace. They make another high. Then they stall. And it's when they start to stall, you start asking yourself, well, where's price in relation to the moving averages? Has it deviated away from the moving average? Yes, it has. Am I expecting a retrace? Yes, I am. Bang, there's your retrace. You would then wait for the retrace continuation, and then you would make your move. Right now, that's not what is happening in the chart, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, money's coming into the chart. Bitcoin en route towards hitting the M4 projection zone. Okay? That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I want to see. Supernova XXL, what's good, man? Yes, the 1 minute time frame is where the money is. That's what it is. All right, that's where it's at. I've been building positions with my mum on the 1 minute. With your mum. Okay, on the 1 minute seems to work pretty well. No worries, bro. Do market makers know about price value tomorrow at, let's say, 5 p.m.? Just want to know how their vast control is. Great question, Reza. Okay, so their control is throughout, all right? Remember, they come into the market and provide liquidity, okay? So they look at people's orders. People put limit orders, okay? And they feed price into that direction. Now, you're probably wondering, for example, let's look at Trading Light, okay? Here's an example. Right? You can see on Trading Light all over the board that you've got these little pink zones in the chart. These are all like bigger orders. And as you obviously expand, you can see more orders in the chart itself. Okay, there you go. So this is in principle what the market maker can see. All right. And he will decide as to whether or not he's going to mark price higher or not. He'll say to himself, right, can I get shorts filled at that point? People are going long and filling shorts. People are doing dollar cost averaging and what have you. Can I get my liquidity in there? You sure bet I can. So then he marks price higher. That's how he sees it. He looks up, he looks down, and he can see. Just look in the charts, man. It's going for days. Look at all the liquidity. And then there's no interest down here. There is no interest down here. Why not? I don't know. You tell me. Why is there no interest down there? Why is no one looking at 35? Oh, because everyone's favoring price to the upside. That's why. Okay, because it's Pumptober, isn't it, guys? All right. So market maker will move the money to where he can get. He's able to initiate the transaction between buyer and seller. Okay. Look at how high it goes. Look, 56,500. Most orders are set up there. 55,500. Nothing there. 55,000. There's a bulk of orders right there. Okay. We keep on going up, and as we go up and up, we don't really see much on the chart. Nothing much is happening in those zones. But that's the best way I can explain to you how the market maker by principle will see price. Okay? Wesley, how you doing, my man? When scalping, do you just use market orders or limit? Sam, when I scalp on MT4, okay, I don't have the issue of limit orders. Okay, I can set a limit order. Okay, I can set limit orders and buy stops. Okay, but I don't get, you have to pay the spread. Okay, but that is all you pay. If you enter and price goes in your favor, you don't have to pay the spread. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay, so if you like the idea of that, you can download this platform. But for anybody new into the channel, you can download MT4. It's in the description, and you can get the indicators in the Discord, which is pinned to the chat. So make sure you get the indicators. They're all free of charge. It's free to trade on that account. Sorry, it's free to open an account. And it's free to download the indicators as well, and you can use it for reference. All right? Well, that's the question, my friend. That's what we're trying to establish. You know? Are there orders shorts or longs? That's what we're working out. This is it, Supernova. People challenge the idea of the market maker. They don't understand that it's a business. You know? That's what it is. Red light, green light. Stop. That's so bad, man. Wow, Squid Games, man. What a film. Okay, then. Tino, now that Bitcoin has made its move, can we look at Ethereum for an entry? Can you look at Ethereum? Bitcoin now is making its move. M4 projection zone complete. Thank you very much. Anybody took that trade? I hope you did. Look at that, guys. There it is. Second target in sight. Oh, my days. Bitcoin, what are you doing? Bitcoin hitting the second target, M5 projection. Come on. That is crazy. Make the move, Bitcoin. Make the move. Come on, baby. Come on, Big. Do you want to see some vector candles? There you go. Nice vector candle right there. Get ready to make that move. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, update. Get on there. Why is it not updating? It's too fast. Can't keep up with it. Give me a vector. Come on, MT4, where you at? Range daily high complete, ladies and gentlemen. ADR 28296 hit. Bitcoin is on the loose. Bitcoin is on the loose, guys. There it is for you right there. The average daily range has been completed above the range daily high. We do expect them to change a little bit in this direction. Be careful. Don't get too excited, guys. Don't get caught up in this basis right here. We need to pay attention to what is going on right now. Roll on to the 15-minute time frame. Where we at? 54,400, I said, and it's now 54,700. Thank you very much, Bitcoin. Second target hit. Thank you very much. You've done very well. Everybody, can we all thank Steve for his contribution to updating the algorithm today, guys? Brilliant. Thank you so much, Steve. It's been a pleasure doing business with you, Steve. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Be careful. Look at, just pay attention to what's going on, guys. Right now, a lot of people are stepping in, all right? It's no bull market just yet. Just wait. Wait. Okay, because look at what's happening. This is typical stop hunt rise. Okay, grabbing the liquidity, trying to make the move. We need to wait for it to regulate, and then we see the continuation up. It's a fast move, guys, so just proceed with caution. If you haven't paid yourself already, guys, that's it. It's done. You've missed the boat. Make sure you pay yourself. Where's my guy, Taib? Are you still in that trade, bruv? Taib, are you still in that trade? Because I suggest you pay yourself, my friend. I suggest you pay yourself. Yes, you can go long and short simultaneously on MT4. You can hedge positions up and down. There's no problem there. Okay. That's why I use MT4, because it's a haven for scalpers, because you can hedge positions. Guys, it is brilliant. I can't believe this. 23 Shiba. Look at that. It's starting to stop. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin, baby. There you go. There you go. Guys, it's moving. It is moving. Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing market maker behavior. Look left. Look left. We said it. We've been picking our zones. Oh, my days. Bitcoin, you absolute monster. I need to pull up something, ladies and gentlemen. I need to see if I've actually got it here. Where is it? Where is my Bitcoin projection zone? I haven't got my image, man. We've been waiting for this point. We have been waiting time and time, and they've done it, ladies and gentlemen, coming straight out of the zone. What a great day. Brilliant. This is why when you're building your shorts, you be careful, because when you trade into the formation, you can get caught out in stuff like this. Okay, Ethereum 3,500. There it is. Nice. Break away. What did we just say a moment ago? XRP, where you at? Thank God XRP is moving back up again. I need her to continue up with that move to the upside. But Bitcoin, fantastic behavior. Absolutely brilliant. Recovery of the vector candles. Looking on the daily time frame on MT4, you see the understanding of the range daily high and the ADR that we spoke about a moment ago. The 55 zone up there was a projection point. Let me just pull it up. Let's see if it's there. The zone, there we are, hitting the zones. Look left and you'll see recovery of a vector candle in the chart. Where is it? Come on, let me move out. Daily open. There it is right there. There is the zone right there. That's where Bitcoin just tapped and pulled away. Talking about Bitcoin getting to 60K before the end of October. It's going to be happening very soon, my friends. Very soon, because they're flowing the liquidity. But look, on the daily, they've recovered the previous vector. Okay? So that's been complete. They've already obtained this liquidity right here. Previous vector complete. Next zone up here, and the next two zones up here. Very interesting price action, ladies and gentlemen. What a great day to be streaming. Love it. Love it, and I'm sharing it with you guys. Mad love to all of you. Brilliant. Okay, then. So, New York set the Brinks box. They may bring it down. It's a sharp move to the upside. We may see a little bit of regulation. Wait for the 5 and the 13 EMA to come up to regulate in price, and then we should see a little bit more movement to the upside. The same move that happened here that we spoke about a moment ago. Look. Coming out of the zone. Right there. That was the move. They've mimicked the same move. That move right there. Then we're waiting for a stabilization and then further ground to the upside. Recovery of the wick right there, ladies and gentlemen. Pay yourselves, people. If you haven't paid yourselves, please pay yourselves. Please pay yourselves. Man, I got to take my inhaler, man. My heart is racing. Don't you just love a good old play by Bitcoin? Love it. Sol, what is Sol doing? If Sol ain't doing anything, I will not be happy. Sol, where are you? I hate this. It would take me less time if I just simply search for it. Here we go. What is Sol doing? There we go. Sol coming straight back up. Wonderful. Testing the 800 EMA again. Look what she does when she tests the 800, guys. She loves that 800. Right there. Shifting away. Wonderful. Well done, Sol. Algo doing any good? Yep, Algo's coming back up. Vet. Nice move by Vet. Cake. Nice move by Cake. Ada. Nice. We were just speaking about Ada a minute ago. Ethereum 352. Man, it's all coming down now. Here we go. Stop, hunt, rise, drop, continuation to the upside. That's what we are waiting for. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can't complain at that, can you? No, sir. You've just witnessed some lovely price action. Where are my targets? My targets got absolutely annihilated. First target, second target, projection. Now they've pulled it back. Happy days. Should be a good day for you guys. Congratulations. When you open a new account, I think you have to deposit like $200. But the minimum amount you can trade with, if you have a 500 to 1 leverage on MT4, you can trade at minimum. I think it's for dollar yen, you're probably going to be opening trades at about $2. Costs you margin $2 to open the minimal trade. Okay. Okay, Shadow Kill. Good question. What point would have you got in on this basis? Well, here we go. Look, we dropped down to the 1 minute time frame. Okay. Now, earlier on today in the masterclass session, we were talking about price needing to break above the 51,508 zone with conviction. Okay. Now, you notice the blocks. I was talking about that, guys. Remember the blocks? The blocks in the chart. These blocks are behaviors and price that give clues. Okay. Notice every single green vector candle has been recovered in the zone. Okay. Now, this one didn't get recovered because they came down, tapped it right there, as you can see, and then they come slowly away from the zone. By principle, looking at the confluences, you can see that your entry would have been in this zone right here. Why? Because that is where the formation appeared. Green candle, red candle formation. Price has just come from an accumulation of longs to the downside. They will then want to realize a return to the upside. How long of that upside is the great question. But then we have to look into the context of where we are in the chart. So you can see Bitcoin is trading, okay, away from its peak formation. So we had W formation, rise up level 1, okay, rise up level 2. Okay, now level 2 hasn't stopped. It hasn't finished yet. This is a rise up level 2, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, because as much as we would like to think that this is a rise level 2, the accumulation period wasn't long enough. Okay, I want to see a longer accumulation. That is a long accumulation right there, going from 2 sessions. All right, so they rose up, retrace slightly, continuation back up. All right, so this would be the rise level 2 now. Now we're waiting for a retrace continuation back up to form level 3. That level 3 could see the peak formation at 60K. So that could be rise up here. So a bit of a retrace, bit of a balance, rise up, hit the 60K zone, and then have yourself a retrace back down to start again. Okay, that's what could actually happen. The start of the next hour on this wick, we'll see the return of the wick coming back up here. Or what they'll do is they'll trade sideways for a bit, take out some profits, and then try and come back up to recover this wick later on in the session or tomorrow. Okay, but your entry simply off the 1 minute time frame would have been right there. Would have been right there. Now, there were many instances that you could have entered. Okay, because price closed above the 50, closed above the 5 and the 13 EMA. You take your entry on that basis. Your stop loss by principle would have been below the moving averages. Okay, you would have set it below the moving averages and you would have waited because you would have got in when price was favoring higher movement. Look at the RSI at that point in time. At that point in time, it came down, RSI outside the volatility band. Then they continued higher and moved higher from that point. Where could you have added to this trade? Okay, you could have added on. Once the vector candle would have appeared, you would have seen to see the test of the 5 EMA. You could have added entry right there. You could have added another entry right here, and you could have added another entry at this point. And then at that point, guys, if you were to just wait and ride the 5 and the 13 EMA, you would have then experienced this chaotic move to the upside. Look at that. You would have had a field day. Now, what do we know about this, ladies and gentlemen? At some point, they're going to come back to that point. You know they will. They will retrace back to the 50, bring it back up. That's the principle. You know? EMA's fanned out. That's the one. Video cam recorder, watching the pump cake time. Vector candle recovery, man. What are you talking about? Bulls are in control. What do you mean bulls are in control? Excuse me. People calling me. Can't do that. So where would rejoin the long now? You wouldn't join the long right now. Now wouldn't be a good time. Because you would be buying into volatility. This is the point where the market maker makes his presence known. Okay? This is where he makes his presence known. Because everyone now is buying into Bitcoin. When everyone's buying, who's doing what? Market makers selling. Yeah? Is it better idea to place market orders instead of limit then? Callum, it all depends. Look, the idea of placing a market order and then coming out of limit, that's principally the idea, okay? Because it's the assumption that if you go in at market, your profit's you're not gonna be worried about your costs, okay? That's why the market and limit orders you get charged on, because by principle they're saying that, okay, if you're going to make profit anyway, if you come to trading and you're going to make profit, market orders and costs ain't going to be a problem for you because you would have had a stack of profit, okay? So if you market in, limit out. Simple as. That's how they're going to do it. Okay. Let's have a look at Theta, because I know Theta was doing some big moves. Here we go. Theta. Wonderful. Theta's coming back up nicely. Okay. Okay, I can deal with that. ADR 54. Okay. A lot of recovery to vectors. Theta might be going to the Vector City, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope she gets there. She's come up to the 800 EMA where there could be a little bit of resistance. So we need to wait and see what happens there. XRP. What you got for us? XRP performing strong, man. Look, red vector candle recovery at that point right there. This is on the 1 minute time frame. I think that they've moved Bitcoin into this range so that now the altcoins can have a go as well. I think they've just marked up Bitcoin so that they can now consolidate it in and around this zone. Okay. And then move the altcoins. Happy days. Happy days. XRP, man. Do you think on Matic we have got M formation drop now retrace up to the 50 EMA? Well, I did a projection on Matic earlier this week. Let's have a look at it. Where is Matic right now? Oh, it's gone. I'm projecting Matic to get to 150. That's what I projected. So it's now testing these moving averages right here. Okay. Assuming that it can come away from this zone, we should see that slow trend back up, which would then come up to recover this first point in the chart, which is right here, which brings us at 145. And then finally up here, which brings us towards the 150 zone. Those are the vector candle recovery zones, ladies and gentlemen. Attention on Bitcoin. Attention on Bitcoin. What a guy. Steve has served us well. IOTA, let's have a look. Here we are. If you notice, a lot of coins are doing the same thing, guys. So in light of the fractional disparity, we could be seeing Bitcoin makes the move right now, Ethereum makes the move, and XRP makes the move. New York then holds. Then altcoins start making the move tomorrow or later on tonight. That's what we could be seeing. Okay? Right then, here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, what can I say to you? No worries, Peter Hall. That is awesome. That is awesome. Video cassette recorder. Oh, my days. Of course, it's video cassette recorder. And I did think that. All right, then. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this has actually served you guys well. In the next 3 minutes, we will see the futures markets open. Okay? I'll get that up in a second, QNT, very shortly, my friend. I'd need to be paying attention to price when the New York futures markets opened. Okay? If you are new to the stream, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like and subscribe. You know what? I want the likes to go up today. So if you wouldn't mind, can we get the likes up to a certain level, please? Giving you projections and they're all hitting you out, man. Come on. What's going on? Housekeeping and stuff, man. Come on. All right, then. Let's see what happens. 2 more minutes until the start of New York. Thank you very much. Yes, daughter alert. Daughter alert. Thank you very much. Anybody that is subscribed and that is new to the stream, thank you very much. Okay, we need to show love to Steve as well. Give us a like for Steve. We've got to love Steve, man. He updated Bitcoin's algorithm today. Steve got himself his 89 cents worth of Bitcoin. So we need to show some love to Steve, man. Come on. Steve likes likes. SRM. Let's have a look at SRM. Okay, SRM is right there. Where is it? SRM. Okay, again, a lot of coins are trying to come away from the lows, but they are staying within their patterns. This actually came down very deep into the pattern, okay, which would still be a valid level 1, okay, as coming away from the W formation right here, okay. So we just need to wait and see SRM coming back up. If you're going to consider taking an entry on SRM, you need to wait for the pattern to finalize, because at any moment they could continue lower. They've recovered the previous vector candles 1 and 2 in this zone right here. There is one more zone right here that they've recovered, but look, it's already been hit. So it's unlikely that they may come down lower. Something bad would have to happen for price to just simply drop down. But look at the moving averages. They are fanned together. So we are waiting for expansion, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Waiting for expansion. I'm going to start calling Tina the professor. Do you know what? I love that. I absolutely love that. I would love to be a professor. I would love to be a professor. All right, then. Is it the jumper story for new people? How many of you are aware of the jumper story? Because I know some of you may or may not know about it. Some of you don't like it because of how many times I talk about it. But the purpose behind the jumper story is to help you guys that are new to the stream to understand the difference between why, when price is rising, okay, it's not because the bulls are in control or the buyers. That is false. Please, no. It never gets old. Fair enough. You've not heard the green jumper story. The green jumper story, ladies and gentlemen, is to help you understand the concept of supply and demand. The idea of supply and demand in this game is not the same supply and demand that you would know in day-to-day living. For example, we have a gentleman who goes by the name of Steve. He owns a retail shop. He sells clothes. In particular, he sells green jumpers, red jumpers, and blue jumpers. He comes to his shop on a Monday morning. He gets everything prepared. He does a stock check. He finds he's got 5 green jumpers, 5 red jumpers, and 5 blue jumpers. So he's got a total stock of 15. Now he opens his business and he waits for people to come and buy his jumpers. He closes his business and then he does a stock check. He finds that he has 0 green jumpers and he has 3 red jumpers and he has 5 blue jumpers. Okay? Principle would say that the green jumper is the most popular jumper. That means he needs to bring more supply so that he can cater to the demand. So why is the story of the green jumper important? Because people come to the charts with the idea that when price is rising, it's because the buyer is in control. So what you're saying to me, that when price hits a high, okay, it's because the buyer is happy with price at that highest point and he wants to make a profit and drop it. No, that's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, that is not what it is. True supply and demand doesn't exist in the marketplace. Why? Because we understand that the market maker is building shorts as he's raising price, okay? Now, the reason why it turns is because the market maker has fulfilled his obligation to trapping liquidity to the upside. Remember, you can only go long if someone sells to you. You can only buy if someone sells. You can only sell if someone buys. So when price stalls at these zones, it's because the market maker has committed enough liquidity to the upside to engage his shorts. Why? Because everyone is putting liquidation points. So the market maker now needs to realize a return on his investment and drop price. Because you're saying to me that in terms of supply and demand, that the retail trader is saying, oh, guys, hold on, we can't allow price to go any higher. You know, we can't let that happen because it's just going to completely ruin everything. Come on, man. The moon boy, the retail trader, he's irrational. He only cares about the moon and how close he can get towards it. He doesn't think rationally. The reason why price turns is because if the market maker doesn't turn the price, remember, you can only buy when someone sells. He's in control of the relationship between the direction of where price goes to where your order is set. Okay? The reason he lets it go is because if he allows price to continue further, he will then free up the liquidity by the retail trader, and the retail trader will be making a profit. He's not in the business for charity, ladies and gentlemen. That's why, at this point in time, he was able to capture enough shorts in this zone by trapping all this liquidity to the upside with the infamous news about El Salvador making Bitcoin legal tender. What a perfect time to drop it. Yeah? That, ladies and gentlemen, is why the idea of supply and demand, it doesn't exist when you are in an environment where a market is being made. Market maker. It's on his terms and conditions, not the law of supply and demand. One law I can guarantee to you is this: there will always be a buyer and there will always be a seller. The point is when. Okay? Our goal is to work out when will the buyer step in, when will the seller step in, when will the market maker drop his shorts, when will the market maker start the longs. That's what we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. And coupled with Bitcoin's behavior right now, you can see bright as day that the market maker has absorbed a ton of shorts in this zone. Absolute ton. We can capitalize on that. At the same time, they will bring it back down, realize a return on those shorts. If they favor higher prices, ladies and gentlemen, right, they will bring up price, build shorts at the highest possible point, and when they sell it off, they will start going long at lower prices, which is towards the highs. Okay, that's what they do. Just look at what they did over here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the El Salvador drop. Where was it? There it was. There's the El Salvador drop. Complete recovery of that red vector candle. Look right, and you'll see Bitcoin now is at 54. Okay? I know, Fuzzfinger Gaming, man. I said that, and I was like, damn, I can't believe it. Someone must say something about that. Will Lynch, listen. No one, there's an old trading saying, no one ever went broke closing a profit. No one ever went broke closing a profit until you trade on Binance. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, that's the old age saying, all right? No one went broke taking a profit. Okay? Happy days, Pedro, man. Thank you so much for enlightening us with that, bro. 180 when retrace. I've already done that, Ahmed. I've already done it. Okay, then. I've already done it, Ahmed, my friend. I've looked at IOTA already, my friend. Okay, then. So, guys, I do have to make a move. Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, all right? With what is happening right now, New York spike price higher. This is the Brinks box session. Okay, just look. Brinks box right here. We're still in that Brinks play. We now need to wait for the whole session to take its precedence. Now look, range daily high. It has been broken. We naturally do expect them to retrace to that zone. okay? Because it's beyond its average daily range. At the start of the stream, we were talking about the average daily range right there and how to help you understand it. We projected where Bitcoin's movement based on its average daily range, where was it likely to go, okay? We said it was going to go 28,296 pips. We went 28,000 right there, down to 200, and there it is in that zone right there. That's where we projected it to go, and it went purely on the principle of the ADR, okay? Now we expect a little bit of a retrace, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Coming into tonight's session, remember, when the London session closes, which is at 5:30 today, GMT, when London closes, we will see what New York has in store for us. If you look at yesterday's London close, you will see what happened. New York spiking the session up and down, up and down. Once London closed, New York took free roam. So we may see a nice little drift upwards, but before that, we might see a bit of a retrace back down towards the range. All right? Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, mad love and respect to all of you. For anybody that has subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. And for anyone that has liked the show, thank you so much. Moving forward, guys, please trade well, pay yourselves, and the hunt continues later on. We'll be rolling out tonight, 10 p.m. GMT, and I'll be revealing also what you need to do to take part in the Ethereum giveaway and 12 months of Patreon free access. All right? Mad love and respect to all of you guys, and I'll speak to you tonight at 10 p.m. Cheers, guys. See you in a bit.